What's up, traders? Sandro O'Connell with Pristine Capital coming at you with yet another market recap video. It is August 9th, 2021. What an eventful day in the markets. As you can see right now, I have basically like a black eye at a bachelor party this weekend for one of my good friends from college. We went whitewater rafting, and I had never done this before. We had like a group of 14 guys. Overall, the bachelor party was super fun. We had a group of 14 guys. We go out there, and, it's pretty crazy. Like, the rapids, we're going pretty fast, whatever. One of the, we had two boats out there, 7 and 7. First boat crashes into a rock and gets stuck on the rock. Then this group of girls that I think they were on a bachelor party too, they crash into them and they get stuck. And then all of a sudden, we're fast approaching them. We hesitate, and boom, we crash into them as well. And our entire raft just completely flipped over, and all of us except for two people got, pushed out of the raft. So I was just like literally getting whipped around in the rapids for a while, and like I got completely submerged in the water. Like, honestly, I felt like I was like fighting for my life out there. And then out of nowhere, this was like my miracle for the weekend. This young girl, I see no rafts in sight, and all of a sudden I get lifted out of the water by like this young girl grabs my hands. I grab onto her, and I get lifted on her thing. So yeah, I was on a completely different raft. As this girl like grabs my hands, I kind of like push myself onto their raft. I think like her father or some like older guy, also like instinctively, I think they reached out to try to grab me and help me. And he kind of like poked me in my eye with his fingers. I thought he was literally gonna like get me in the eye. But yeah, we ended up making it out okay. Everybody got onto the raft. One of my buddies though, he actually hit his head on a rock, and he has like a big bump in the back of his head. We thought he was concussed, but I think he's all good. So yeah, it was a fun bachelor party, but maybe I'll just go. Maybe I should have just said I got into like a fight on this bachelor party or something. That maybe would have been better. But anyway, so that is my crazy, near-death experience for the weekend. But we're back. It is Monday, and let's check out the markets. So S&P 500 down 0.08%, Nasdaq QQQ up 0.18%, IWM small caps down 0.55%, and the Dow Jones down 0.27%. Nothing in this video should be construed as investment advice or recommendations. Please follow your own trading plan, your own risk parameters. And last but not least, don't YOLO your entire account to any one of my trades, because I might end up like dying and then you won't know what to do. All right, S&P 500. Yeah, so we have those box scores. Overall, the market's really just chopping. And to me, we are coming off of, a very bullish sequence in the market. So until proven otherwise, my baseline assumption is that we're going to push out of this base that we're forming here. We have this 20-day simple moving average below us. Every day that we chop sideways, that 20-day is going to catch up to price. Eventually, it'll start popping out of this monthly value area. So that's really what I'm looking for. Nasdaq was the strongest, small caps were the weakest because of this continued COVID trade. Market breadth overall was very weak today. So we're in this environment where we have a small group of winning stocks and then a large group of losers. So depending on where you were invested in the market, you're either having a fantastic day or not so much. I'm pretty heavily concentrated in cryptocurrency at the moment, as you guys all know if you watch these videos or if you're in the Pristine Capital trading community. And so today, it was a great day for us, but yeah, overall market was kind of weak. FinViz heat map, we have, very mixed across the board. Tesla definitely standing out today, up 2.1%. Google was up 0.86%. But yeah, we had energy that got hit very hard. We had gold get hit very hard. And let's pull those out. We also had treasuries getting hit. So gold, let's see how this one closed out the day. Yeah, so gold, pretty bad. So this, we closed well off the lows, but gold is becoming essentially, in my eyes, like a perma short. Every single bounce gets faded, and it gets faded very hard. And then treasuries, check this out. So this, I think this could become problematic. Treasuries, this 10-year, we cut below the 20-day simple moving average on Friday after that good jobs report. And now we retested that 20-day and we failed. So now, next level to the downside would be this value area low down here, and then the 50-day simple moving average. I think yields can only go so high before we start to see some give back in these high valuation growth stocks. So it's something that I'm really thinking about as we approach, end of the week and next week, or really just, this entire week and really coming days, whatever. That didn't sound right, but anyway, you get what I mean. All right, so let's check out. So we have our FinViz heat map, our sectors. Of course, we have the blockchain assets up 3.5%. They're now in our top slot in terms of momentum. We had the KWEB ETF up 3.88%, and that was following up a very strong Asian session last night. So these KWEB stocks looking, like it looks like they've bottomed. We've talked about that for a while. I've re-entered Futu today, and I'll show you that in a moment with my trades. But yeah, strength in Asian stocks, strength in blockchain, but other than that, a very mixed bag. Strength in solar as well. Style factors, momentum style factor by far performed the best. All right, so let's take a look. We'll pull up some of my trades for the day. And oh shoot, that is our position log. Okay, yeah, so I got long some Tesla common shares at 711 spot 644. Tesla was really just showing some relative strength and ended up closing higher than where I purchased, which is good. Continues to base sideways, and I don't mind it. I really just wanted to pick some shares up while it's still in the base, and while this 20-day simple moving average catches up to price. And Tesla did catch an analyst upgrade today by Jefferies. Next trade, I closed out more of my DigitalOcean for $52.75. I had paid $46.99. I said I really like this name, but it just pushed below the 20-day simple moving average, and I'm down to a runner-sized position. DigitalOcean, let's check it out. Ended up closing, pretty strong. So this, we didn't completely reclaim the 20-day, but we did put in a green candle. So I'll be watching this one to see, if we can start breaking to higher levels. And I still have a small position on, but I definitely, I'm interested in adding, because I think over time this stock will continue to rise. But I started taking targets, up here, down here, and a little bit more today. For my original cost basis, I bought, down here. All right. So we have DigitalOcean, took a little bit more of that one off. It also just gives you some extra dry powder to play with. And then I got long 5 common shares for 207 spot 81. And this one, I really like this setup. Nice, and it closed up 3.17%. So yeah, 5 already in the money on this one too. The reason why I like this is because when we go to the weekly chart, you can see that, this is a breakout on, the weekly chart from about like an 8-month base. So we'll see. Now this is in price discovery mode. We'll see where this stock wants to go. But picked up some common shares. One of my goals for this week was to trade a little bit less options and a little bit more common shares, just because, the market has been so choppy. Then options trades, got long some Peloton puts off the open, because this one opened, below my trigger level. I stopped out of this one literally like 10 minutes later, just because Peloton ended up reversing. What I try to do is, when I have something incorrect, I always just try to pivot very quickly, and I'll be out literally the same day or even 10 minutes later if my view is invalidated. So yeah, if I had stayed with this one, I really would have gotten burned, but I got out of it for a minimal loss at the beginning of trading. Yeah, so I was in this at 9:36. I was out by 9:49, and that's something where, like, somebody might look at that and be like, wow, you were only in there for like 13 minutes. Like, what's wrong with you? It's like, but if you find out 13 minutes later that you were wrong, why would you stay in for any longer? That's how I see it. I also closed out my QQQ puts for $6.49. I'd paid $6.76. That was also at 9:48 a.m. Then the one trade I stuck with today, I got long the Futu September 17th 110 strike calls for 11:30. I got these at 10:11 a.m. And Futu ended up having a really nice close. This Futu bottoming setup keeps looking more and more delicious. This thing, we're holding this monthly value area low. We're consolidating. You see here we had this capitulation volume down here, and the volume has just slowly come out of the stock. We had very low volume in the past 4 days, and then boom, green candle on increased volume, which is what I love to see. We just crossed back over the 200-day simple moving average. So I bought this one at 10.11, which was 10.10 is this candle right here. So I bought like right as this thing started to move off those lows, and then this one had a really nice run throughout the entire trading session. So really liking Futu. We'll see where that one goes. But those are my trades for today. Let's take a quick look. We'll check out some options order flow. Let's check out our TradeScape. So you can see we had some flow for AMD, a mixture of calls and puts. I still have an iron butterfly on an AMD. This Moderna, really just blew off today. This is, we see players coming in for August calls, for October calls, January, and it's almost like this company, do they solve like an infectious disease or something? Jeez. No, Moderna, this thing, it's still blowing off. I would have a tough time taking an entry up here, but this one has had a really nice run ever since, this gap up about a month ago. So really nice for Moderna. And then, a lot of flow for Coinbase. These cryptocurrency names, it's kind of funny. Like for me, it's like cryptocurrency is kind of funny. I opened up my Twitter feed this morning and like everyone was talking about crypto and like, oh yeah, like I'm long crypto and like whatever. And it was pretty much like so many people that, they haven't tweeted about crypto like probably since the top, back here. But for me, it's like, I'm kind of like the opposite, where once it's working for me, then like I'm trying to find the next idea. So these cryptocurrencies, like I'm very overweight. I'm about like 70% of my trading account in Ethereum and MicroStrategy. Ethereum's my biggest holding, and these cryptos, they are really just doing the right thing now. Now they're in clear uptrends rather than downtrends. So there's just a lot more believers. Now we have the Senate that's trying to tax cryptocurrency more efficiently. So these, they're just continuing to do the right thing. And I just want to make sure, my head doesn't inflate. I just keep a long-term mindset, because these things, they could easily, just come crashing down as well. So I like these. While they're working, good stuff for the cryptoverse. But Coinbase, this one reports earnings tomorrow. And literally the top of the crypto market was the Coinbase IPO. So it's kind of interesting that Coinbase is reporting tomorrow. I don't know what to expect. We'll have to see. And then real quick, we'll do one more. So I see, so MicroStrategy, this was odd. So MicroStrategy is one of my largest positions. We saw a bunch of call activity come in and the stock barely budged. So this is kind of interesting. So the stock was still up today. But very odd that we saw all this call flow. And look at the candle that it put in. So it's still up 2.54%, but put in a red candle. It is pretty overbought at this point. That being said, that about does it for our options order flow, and that about does it for this market recap video. Hope you all had an awesome trading session, and I'll see you all tomorrow.